chuckle to this day. You see, no one ever says, "I want to be a pool guy when I grow up." I certainly never saw myself with this title when I was younger or when I graduated college. But life is a funny thing. As soon as I started at River Pools, I quickly realized I didn't know much about the industry. Simply knowing how to swim wasn't going to help me sell hot tubs, pool chemicals, and the like. So I did what I always do. I learned. I read. I studied. And I dug deep into the industry. I didn't know how long I was going to be a pool guy, but I did know I didn't want to look dumb in front of customers. Before long, I started to know a lot about pools and spas. In fact, when Jim and Jason would come into the store, I would quiz them on hot tub brands, distinguishing features, key components, and other subjects. It didn't take them long to realize I suddenly knew a lot about the stuff we sold. Customers, too, could see that if they had a question, I generally had an answer. And if I didn't have it, it would bother me so much that I'd assuredly study it so as to better respond on the next occasion. It was for this reason that Jim and Jason believed I would be the ideal third partner in the business, asking me at the 6-month mark if I would join their team for good. Having no idea about the effect this invitation would have on my life, I simply responded, yes. That was in the year 2001. 2001 to 2008. The false economy. Growing a business is never an easy thing to do. It doesn't matter the field or the industry or the area. It isn't easy. Nor was it easy in the early years of river pools and spas. There were victories, and there were defeats. There were many good days and many bad ones as well, but one thing is for sure. The economy of the United States during these years, specifically the housing market, made it so everyone in the home improvement industry could grow a business and make a decent living, even if they weren't particularly good at what they did. For river pools and spas, the strong economy meant that home values were bloating to ridiculous levels, which therefore enabled almost anyone, if you had a heartbeat you qualified, to get a second mortgage or a home equity line. In other words, for the first 7.5 years of the 2000s, anyone could get a loan for a swimming pool. If you, the pool guy, could sell it, they, the homeowner, would find someone to give them the money for it. Looking back, it doesn't speak too highly of our country's economic system, but it was what it was, and everyone was a part of it, present party included. 2008. The wheels start to fall off. 2008 started off with so much promise. Our company had been through more than our share of ups and downs, and I was invigorated with the prospect of having a banner year. Finally, it looked like we were going to turn the corner and generate sufficient revenue to go into the off-season with enough savings in the bank. In Virginia, the main sales season for swimming pool companies is March to September. By midsummer of that year, sales were higher than they'd ever been. I can remember looking at the calendar thinking, wow, we have 2 months' worth of pools sold that need to be installed. This is amazing. But then, like a sudden earthquake that no one is prepared for, in September of that year, our country's economic system collapsed. Lehman Brothers went belly up. The Dow crashed. John McCain and Barack Obama were on the campaign trail, debating what should be done with the failing banks. It was a chain reaction that seemed to grow worse and worse every day. In fact, within 48 hours of the Dow's crash, we at River Pools and Spas had 5 customers who had put down deposits to get a pool installed during the winter months essentially tell us, "We're too worried about the economy and cannot move forward with our swimming pool project." With the average pool installation cost being in the $50,000 range, this equated to roughly $250,000 in losses, all within 48 hours. To say it was a huge blow would be an understatement. Over the coming months, things went from